Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Up Podcast.
Hello, hello.
I'm joined today by the wonderful Zachary Ramsey.
That's me.
Say hi to all the people.
Hello, all the people. And Mom.
Mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's been such a crazy week. Really a crazy month.
Yes.
October is the worst.
Mm-hmm. In September and August and July.
No. We just got back. I don't think did we talk about the trip?
I don't think so.
I'm like, have you recorded with me since we went to Vegas?
No.
So we tell them about the trip we took.
We went to Vegas to the When We Were Young festival.
Yep.
Saw a bunch of bands. Blink-182, and Green Day, and 30 Seconds to Mars.
You're doing good. There's 3, yeah. Who else did we see, Zach?
Those other bands.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Charlotte and Sum 41.
Yep. Offspring, Avril
Lavigne was there.
She showed up with All Time Low. It's pretty exciting. It was our second year.
Yep, second year in a row.
So now it's a tradition. So now we have to go every year.
Yep, as long as the tickets are affordable.
So just tell our bank account that every year in October,
get ready.
We're doomed. Yeah. It was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
Long drive. Now I feel your pain from last year.
Yeah. Because
I drove the whole way there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I apologize for me last year.
It's okay.
It was a good time.
I basically drove for 40 hours, including all the driving around while we were doing stuff.
Yeah. We did a lot of walking, though. It's a lot of walking.
Yes, we did more walking last year.
We walked the Strip last year, which was awful. I don't know who enjoys that. It was not fun at all. 0 out of 10 recommend. My feet were bleeding.
Have a fortune.
We went the wrong way like 4 times, ended up walking an extra 5 miles. I'm not even joking.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
I thought about leaving her to get the car and come back to pick her up.
Sure, likely story he would take off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
No wouldn't leave you out on the...
I would just sit down. I guess this is where I'm dying. It was a good time.
They need more public restrooms, as in one.
One would be nice. Did we ever end up finding one? No.
Just gotta spend money.
Yep. Yeah, next time we should go back and just stay at a hotel, I guess, and just gamble. I don't know.
Yeah.
We didn't do any of that.
Mm.
It's okay. Okay, so today, what I have for you is normalcy. Okay. Normal. How would you, I'm going to start off with this. How would you define normal? Give me your brainiac definition of normal.
As far as what?
Anything. Well, how would you define normal?
I don't know. What's commonly accepted as the norm?
What's commonly accepted? Okay.
I don't know. You're being too generic.
Well, I asked Reddit today. I posted and I said, how would you define normal? You want to hear some of what I got?
Okay.
One said statistically average. Someone said average, typical, usual, median, ordinary. This one, smart person, said normal is a term used to describe something that is typical, usual, or in accordance with the standard expectations or behavior within a particular context or society.
That's what I said.
Pretty much. Normal is whatever you make it, because what's normal to one person isn't normal to another. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty true. This person said, not me. This person said, your baseline where you're not thinking of what others might think. So, like, if you're just, like, not worried about it, then it just is normal.
Yeah.
So, Our stories today are all about, like, being normal. Or the lack thereof, I guess. So, let's see. Do you think I'm normal, by the way? Let's just start there.
No.
No, I'm abnormal?
Yeah. You're weird.
I'm weird. You're weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this comes from the social anxiety subreddit. Mm-hmm. Social anxiety. And it says, what is one thing you are amazed that, quote unquote, normal people can do? So, and you got to keep in mind that it's from someone with social anxiety, which...
Go to, like, multiple stores. and talk to people.
Right. Okay. I think you and I both have a touch of social anxiety. I think you more so maybe than me.
Mm-hmm.
So we, just for all the people out there, we fight. This is an insight. We fight over who drives when we go get fast food because that person has to talk to the drive-thru people.
Yeah.
Because 99% of the time Zach drives because I make him sick. I don't know, whatever. But I know if we're gonna go get food that he's about to slip into that passenger seat, stealth mode, so that I have to talk to the drive-thru people.
Precisely.
So that's probably something that normal people do is talk to the drive-thru people. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or not think about. Okay. If I swipe my card at the pump and it says "See cashier," I will drive to a different pump.
Right. No, I'll just wait for it to start over.
What if it doesn't twice? I will do that sometimes too, but sometimes it'll do it twice and it's just the pump that's like broken. And I'm like, do you drive or do you go inside? You go somewhere else. Same. I'm trying to think what else. More social anxiety than abnormal, I guess, but it goes hand in hand. Society norms. This one says, for me, it's sit around with a bunch of people and have a group conversation. How are they not super anxious about messing up a sentence or stuttering in front of the whole group and getting ridiculed? How are they not afraid of being mobbed and bullied by the whole group? This is one of my biggest fears. Yeah. Even one-to-one, I'm still awkward, but groups are a whole other level of pain.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. What are you thinking? I think my problem is when I'm in a group, I don't think. Like, it's just like, I can't think, so I just like vomit words. Are you thinking about like what you're going to say the whole time?
Yeah.
Because people with social anxiety typically are like thinking about what they're going to say ahead of time, and then they end up not saying anything because they're thinking about it so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking too much.
And I'm like the opposite spectrum, where I'm just like, I'm not thinking, and just things just fly out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Or people say stuff and I'm just, That's all I really think.
That's all you're thinking, too? Yeah. No thoughts come to your mind? Is that what you're thinking always when I'm talking? You're just like,
Yeah.
Whenever I'm like, hello?
No, I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah. You're like, oh, yeah, what'd you say?
Yeah.
It's when I need to ask you all the questions I think you'll say no to, is when you're shooting zombies on your phone.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So that's more about like society norms. This one says, let's do some Am I the Jerk ones because they're pretty funny. Am I the jerk for wanting what I think are normal updates from my wife? You're going to like this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is probably an easy one compared to what you all are used to dealing with. My wife and I have known each other for 20 years, dated for 7, been married for 2. We have a 16-month-old daughter together and a great marriage, generally speaking. As long as we have known each other, we trust each other without exception regarding things like infidelity, abuse, or any of the serious life-altering bad decisions that can happen to a married couple. We have silly bickering-type disagreements like I think most couples do, but there is never yelling, as neither of us grew up in a home where that was common, and we prefer to talk about what went wrong and come to a mutual agreement as to how to keep it from happening again. Anyway, there is one issue that has been a recurring disagreement between us that I'm wondering if I'm being unreasonable and should let it go, or if I'm justified in asking for it. The wife grew up in a home where once of age, she was allowed to go out with friends, come home whenever, and her parents did not expect updates of any kind. I grew up with parents that also let me go out, but they wanted updates about where I was, who I was with, and when they could approximately expect me home. Excuse me. Now I can't get updates about anything from her as my spouse. I have told her time and again that she's allowed to do what she wants when she wants and come home whenever you want. I'm your husband, not your boss. All I want is to know where you are and when you think you'll be home. And when there's a change, please let me know so I'm not worrying about you. But it doesn't happen. Today she left town while I was at work, Plans I was well aware of far in advance, but she did not tell me, okay, I'm getting on the road, love you, I'll let you know when I get there. She just left town and said nothing, and likely would not have said anything when she arrived. I said, I deserve these minor updates, and she says, you knew I was leaving town days ago, why do I have to tell you again when I actually go? Anyway, that's pretty much the end of it.
It's pretty reasonable. Do you want that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's interesting, the background that they gave, that she comes from a home, because I've always said, like, you're just you're living out your childhood forever or whatever. She comes from a home where her parents didn't expect it, so then she doesn't feel like she needs to give it.
Right.
But because he had to give it, he expects it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's always 100% true of all people. Like, you're going to expect whatever your parents did, but I think that's interesting to note that, like,
well, that's what it would be like. Well, you might not see them again or something because they're getting on the road and it's dangerous or whatever like that. So it's like one last time in case anything happens or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, then, you know, because I feel like, I mean, you do a good job of updating me for the most part. Sometimes you don't tell me when plans change, but for the most part, like, hey, I'm going here. Hey, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I have, like, the hiccups really bad. I'm sorry.
It's really distracting.
Sorry.
The people are
the
like,
listeners
what
are.
is wrong with this person?
Yeah.
If they're still here.
This isn't a normal episode. That sounded like a soda opening. I don't think I could do that again if I tried. I have a new talent. Remember, you used to do that to me all the time. Like that. We'll do it again. Yeah. And one time you wrote me a letter and it, like, had the little sound effect in it. I love that. Anyway, I would be upset if you go out of town, even if I know you're going out of town, if you're not like, okay, I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a reasonable thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So,
will I come through all the time? Maybe not, but I agree.
You do a good job for the most part. But sometimes I'm like, hey, when are you going to be home? Just.
Well, it's like, I don't know. I hadn't planned on a time.
Didn't plan on coming back.
Whenever I was ready, that's when I was going to come back.
Yeah. But I mean, you asked me too. Every time you're going to be home. Actually.
After a while, when I'm expecting you.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay, we're holding on.
Okay, today, 2:24. When are you getting home from you? See, that's normal.
How much more time do I have to sleep? That's what I was asking.
Before I have to get up and act like, yeah. This is now that Zach works nights, this is like his we're recording at like 7:30 at night, and this is his early morning before work.
Yep, just got up, ready for my coffee.
You just woke up. You don't drink coffee. You're ready for a Dr. Pepper.
Yes, very much. If I could get like an extra caffeine Dr. Pepper, that would be awesome.
Do they have those?
I don't think so.
Like a almost like a coffee Dr. Pepper. Espresso Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, Dr. Espresso.
I was going to say that. People are really go back and forth in the comments, though, on this one. Like, I can't even get to the next comment because they're just fighting on that comment.
Jeez.
So I'm not even going to keep scrolling because that is forever long. But the first...
scary.
Yeah. So the first comment, the top comment with 8.7 thousand upvotes is, you both have different ways. It says not the jerk. You both have different ways of operating. She's very independent and not used to reporting to anyone. You did/do the check-in thing. I do think that it would be courteous to say I'm leaving on the road trip and to let you know of arrival. Don't think it is required, though, to advise when one is going to the grocery store type of trip. Well, yeah, obviously. That's different. You two need to discuss and come to an agreement, which will likely require compromise on both sides.
Yeah, but if I just got up and didn't say anything and walked out and went to the store, you'd call me like, where are you going? What are you doing?
Yes, that's true to add too. If you're together and you just go to the grocery store, yes, I think that requires that. Hey, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
But if I'm at work and you're here and you go to the grocery store, I don't think you need to tell me.
Right.
It's different. I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I don't think
you know that I go to the grocery store when you're not around.
Do you go to the grocery store when I'm not around?
Occasionally, if I need something from the grocery store, and you're not around.
This has been a productive conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you should start letting me know when you're going to go get potatoes without me.
Okay.
Overall vote was not the jerk on that one. Okay.
Usually I'm getting something for you, so.
Huh?
Usually I'm getting something for you that you asked me to get or something you need.
No, let's be real honest here. If you're going to the store without me, there are 2 things you're getting.
What?
Cigarettes and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That's it. What is that, the air coming on?
Mm-hmm. Or the refrigerator.
Our refrigerator makes noise? It doesn't even have an ice machine.
It has like a like a compressor.
Okay.
That keeps it cold.
Interesting. Okay, this one.
Buy some mechanical stuff that I won't confuse you with.
Oh my gosh, don't even start talking about mechanical stuff because my brain turns to mush. Okay. The next one.
We'll make the free energy device with the alternator and the electric motor.
Okay, explain to the people. Explain to the 15 countries worth of people. I think we're at 15, 16. Mm-hmm. The device that you're going to make for us.
You can take a car alternator and like mount it onto like a board or something, and electric direct current motor, and also bolt that onto the board and put a belt on them and wire them together, and then you crank it. Like you just spin the thing like with a drill, or
like a lawnmower starter,
or a string or something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the alternator will power the motor, and the motor will drive the alternator to keep powering the motor, and it's like an endless free energy loop. And then you can wire a plug into that after you wire.
I was going to say, how much could it withstand? Like, could it power the washer and dryer, or is it going to power like the lamp? You know what I mean?
I think it depends on like the size of the motor.
Okay.
And then you might be able to hook up a battery to it, like a car battery or something, so that the alternator is actually charging something. And then, I don't know. Yeah. But the videos that I was watching, the guy was powering like welders and stuff with it. So
that's pretty cool. That's expansive amounts of energy. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty neat.
It was neat.
So with all your free time, hey, just speaking of, do you get time off at Thanksgiving, or do you just get Thanksgiving Day?
I think it was a few days.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Just wondering.
I don't remember. I have to look at the calendar.
Okay.
Not used to these jobs where they give you off for the holidays.
Like adult jobs, you get paid to be off.
Yeah.
You have arrived. Mm-hmm. Okay, this next one.
Took me all of a month to use my year's worth of PTO.
For the I don't even want to talk about the camping trip. The anti-vacation wasted all of your vacation this year.
A chunk of it.
What else did it go to?
Just leaving early and stuff.
Oh.
Not really like having work, and then just like bye.
I'm out. The working nights has pretty much fixed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the next one says, am I the jerk? It just went away. Am I the jerk for wearing a robe all day and not, quote unquote, normal clothes?
Is it tied? Do you go out in the yard like that?
Well, it's not. Okay, here we go. I cannot believe I'm writing this, but I'm actually arguing about this with my boyfriend. Long story short, we've been dating about 3 months, and for one reason or another, we always hung out at his place. This year for Christmas, neither of us went to visit family for logistical reasons, so we thought we'd spend the weekend together at my place. For one of the days, we purposefully planned to stay in the whole day. Ever since I was young, I've always loved wearing robes at home. I have a super soft and fluffy one, and I usually layer it over my at-home clothes. I basically treat my robe like a jacket. It's also extra nice because it's freezing where I live. So basically she's saying she wears like sweats and then just wears the robe over it. Okay, the day started out fine, but after a few hours, my boyfriend kept giving me weird looks before he finally asked me to take my robe off and put on normal clothes. I asked him what he meant because we were both basically matching except for the robe. We both had on sweatpants and a sweater. I just had the extra robe. He said the robe made me look lazy and he kind of hated it. It's a totally new robe, so it's not like it was shabby, so I said no. We were at home alone, not expecting guests, and literally doing nothing except eating snacks and watching TV, and I wanted to be comfortable.
That's silly. Who cares?
We ended up arguing about it, and it kind of ruined the day for me. We talked it over, and he said I was a jerk for not willing to compromise, and I told him he wasn't being fair because it was me being comfortable in my own home, and his only reasoning for not wanting me to wear it is that I looked lazy in it. Also, just to be clear, I do not wear the robe in public or in front of guests.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
The audacity.
So I'm always have like 3 layers on. If I had a robe, I'd probably wear it if it was warm.
Right. What? It's your own home.
Yeah, we're not doing anything. We're just being lazy.
The top comment with like 5,000 upvotes says, "Not the jerk. Heaven forbid you look lazy when you're having a lazy, relaxing day."
I know, right?
Like, if you don't want to see me with no makeup, my hair up, and
you better have
sweats,
an elegant gown on and heels and your hair done up and everything. If we're just gonna be chilling around the house, I'm saying.
Like when you and I are watching MasterChef and we're just eating snacks in bed, I'm not like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
I've got sweatpants on and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Which is what I wear. Anyway, like I just don't understand like the audacity of like, you need to not look lazy.
Yeah, that's silly.
Well, I think you should delete that person. I mean, delete that person. Break up with that person. Delete.
Do you remember that guy?
I deleted him.
No, I don't.
Wouldn't that be cool if you could just delete people from your memory? It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, that would be a slippery slope.
I think the word delete today, because I told Jackson that when he was writing too, and I meant erase. And I was like, delete that apostrophe. And he was like, delete? And I'm like, I mean erase. So for some reason, delete is in my brain. Anyway, lounge clothes and a hooded, I don't know what that means. A hooded jacket?
Some kind of jacket.
Like a cardigan. There you go. Only because I lost my beautiful, fluffy, soft robe some years back.
Right next to the V.
Yeah. I want a robe.
On the keyboard.
I want a robe. You want a robe? Let's get each other. Okay, let's get each other robes for Christmas. So you have to pick mine and I'm going to pick yours.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put on the Girl What Instagram, after Christmas, what robes we got each other. So let's see who can pick out the better robe for each other.
Okay.
It's recorded for proof, so you're agreeing to it, right?
Okay.
What do you mean? Well, I don't like your...
Okay.
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 Sorry that I just agreed with you without arguing or anything.
It wasn't enthusiastic enough. I was excited about it. Okay, we did that one. The overall vote, by the way, obviously was not the jerk. Like, they were all like, break up with this guy.
Robe it up.
Robe it up.
Get the robe.
Hit the robe, Jack.
Don't you come back.
Okay, this one is, okay. Am I the jerk for telling my mom her behavior isn't normal and borderline controlling? Hi, for some background information.
Their mom or someone else's mom?
It says my mom.
Yeah,
not my mom, not JD.
Maybe she deserved it.
Okay, let's find out.
I'm not your mom.
I thought that's what you were asking.
No, like to say like her mom.
Yeah.
Am I a jerk for telling her mom, like my wife's mom or something?
No. Am I the jerk for telling my mom?
Okay.
The OP's mom.
Okay. Read the story.
You keep interrupting me.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I never interrupt. Not ever once in my life have I ever interrupted anybody when they were saying anything.
That's the most words you've strung together this episode. No. Oh my gosh.
Never happy.
Is this normal?
Yes.
Here we go. I am 19 and live on my own. I pay my rent from student loans in my name. I pay for my phone on the phone bill, and they pay for my car that was a gift. I'm just doing little for quotes now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been on my own for almost a year and a half. I don't party, I don't go out much, and I work a 50-hour work week to support myself. To treat myself to a job promotion, I decided to buy myself a new phone. My old phone was an iPhone, which had Find My Friends, and my new phone is an Android where tracking isn't as easy. When I lived with my mom all through high school, she would track my phone to make sure I was going where I said I was. This was frustrating because my mom has called me a bunch of names and we have a strained relationship as is. Because of this, I moved out. When I moved out, I told myself that I would turn off my GPS, but when I did, it caused a fight and she threatened to take away my car and called me all sorts of names and then took my stimulus checks from me later down the road. Rude. Upon getting my new phone, my stepmother looked at my mother and said, "We won't be able to use Find My Friends anymore." And my mother started freaking out and had a legitimate panic attack. She kept trying to get me to change my mind on not getting a new phone and told me I would understand when I have kids. Bonus, I was just told I'm infertile and will not be having kids. Well, that's sad. She also
relevant to the story.
It was just saying, like, the mom was like, "You'll understand when you have kids," and the girl's like, "I'm never having kids." Anyway,
seems like she's just reaching.
She also told me I was out of control, that I was crazy, and that I'm hiding something, and this isn't the case at all. At this point, I'm very frustrated and told her that I'm a legal adult and that it is very overbearing to act like that and that my friends' parents don't track their phones. She flipped out, called me ungrateful, and accused me of doing something I don't want her to know about. Once again, I live on my own. I don't want to be questioned anymore about what time I'm going to be home or what time I'm going to be somewhere. This causes me anxiety attacks. Am I the jerk for calling her overbearing?
No, cut the cord, Mom.
That was quick. Yeah. I mean, yeah, 19, living on your own. It's different. Even still, they're an adult. It's different if they're living in your house.
Yeah.
Even then, I think you need to cut the cord and be like, okay, there's rules. Like, don't be home too late. But, like,
yeah.
And I enjoy Find My Friends. I was watching Tristan the other day drive home. Like, I enjoy it. And it is nice to check in sometimes or like, it is a safety thing. Like if she ever went missing, I could find her, whatever. But required when they're living on their own, no. Yeah, that's just silly.
I'd be like, here's your phone and your car and whatever else you think you got me. So.
Well, that's what she said. She said she pays for. She said the car they paid for. Well, other than that, she's paying there. Yeah. Not the jerk. It's not normal and it's intrusive and overbearing. But be ready to give up your car.
Yeah.
That's what it says. That's the top comment. Every comment. Give the car back preemptively. Take yourself.
Whatever they paid for the deposit, since if you're probably making the payments because it was a quote unquote gift.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find that part. They pay for my car that was a gift.
In quotes.
Yeah. But this one says, give the car back preemptively. Take yourself and take what you were paying for. Get a car which is your name on the title so that you're clean and clear of your parents. So.
Parents are the worst.
Parents are the worst. I totally get wanting, loving, like wanting to know where your kids are and being safe. But at some point, you have to trust that you raise them correctly.
Yeah.
And let them go. I don't know. Anxiety. I don't know. Not the jerk, obviously.
I spent a lot of time away from my parents and not talking to them and stuff after school.
Yeah. How long?
I don't know. A long time.
Yeah.
Where it was far and few between.
For like the same type of stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm just like overbearing and.
Yeah. You seem like you wanted to, I didn't know you when you were young, but you seem like the kind of kid that I'm sure was like, I am fine on my own.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna tell me what to do.
I graduated and I was just like on my own.
Yeah. You just seem like, just knowing you now, like you as a teenager, an angsty teenager.
Well, yeah, I was taking care of myself when I was a little kid, so.
Yeah. Which is crazy. And should never. But anyway, yeah, you're fiercely independent.
Mm-hmm. Be self-sufficient. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Self-reliant.
And then you had to learn to let someone else help.
Yeah.
Help.
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 Very loose term.
Hey! You have clean socks in your drawer.
Uh-huh.
I got you Dr. Pepper. What?
That you sorted.
Did I sort? I wash your clothes. Yeah, you do laundry. You do laundry.
I'm bad about leaving it in the dryer or
I usually
on the pool
fold
table
it.
or whatever.
You usually wash it. I usually fold it and / put it away.
Mm-hmm.
But that was your own choice. You told me a long time ago you'd rather do your own.
Yeah, well, because you have 6 months of clothes that you can wear before you have to do laundry, and I have 2 weeks of clothes that I have to wear.
You probably are up to like a month or two now.
Maybe.
Of some things.
Of the clothes that I actually wear just like on a regular basis.
Maybe not like work clothes.
Yeah.
But just clothes in general. You could go a while.
Yeah, but so
you
then
could
my
wear
clothes
white t-shirts.
Just all get lost in the shuffle. None of them are white anymore.
I know, but you could. I'm just saying, you have enough white t-shirts alone to last you probably a month.
No,
but I'm not allowed to throw any of them away. I will never do that again. You don't remember that one? I threw a white t-shirt away that was not white, and it had like holes in it. And you're like, I use that work shirt.
Well, then if I just have to wear a shirt that's not all messed up, then more shirts will just be messed up.
I know, but it was like you had some that were messed up, just not as bad, and so I was like, "This is fine. This is not usable." Wrong.
I had the one I had for a while, and I liked how it fit, and so
yeah, fair. It's fair. I learned.
Don't just throw everything away.
Okay, here we go.
Ding 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 ding.
Let's compete.
Yeah.
We're watching old MasterChef seasons that we haven't seen, and we're on season 9,
10.
I think it's 9. And there's an Asian man named Bowen, and he's so stinking. He's just precious, but he doesn't speak English very well. And he said, he was like, "I am mad of Caesar. I am mad of Caesar." And then he puts his fist up and he's like, "Let's compete."
Yeah.
It's so cute. So now, anytime I'm mad at you, I'm gonna be like, "Let's compete." Okay. I don't even know what story we're on. Oh, I'm about to start a new story. That's why. Oh. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the jerk? Let's see. Am I the jerk for telling my husband off when he told our kids to dress like normal people? You're not even going to comment on titles anymore.
I don't know. Probably. Yes. No.
Maybe so. Here we go. I, 39 female, have been married to my husband, 41 male, for 10 years. We have 2 boys, 13 male and 17 male. It says we've welcomed 2 boys into our lives and things just couldn't get any better from there. I don't know if that means they had them or adopted them. Anyway.
Sounds like they adopted them.
Yeah. Recently, our teenagers have been dressing more alternative than usual. Our 13-year-old is leaning towards cyber goth. And our 17-year-old...
What is that?
I don't... Cyber goth? I have no idea. Computer gothic? 17 is leaning more towards emo. My thoughts? Absolutely love it. My sweet boys look handsome, but my husband thinks they look, in his words, stupid and freakish. To hear him say that in front of our kids made me feel enraged.
Sounds punk rock.
Huh?
Sounds punk rock.
Yeah. It sounds like a normal teenager. I think a lot of teenagers, it's quote unquote normal to go through an emo goth phase.
Yeah, or just the opposite of your parents.
Or it's not a phase, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't wear as much black.
Yeah, right. Sometimes I still do wear a lot. Go through my closet. It's mostly black.
The clothes have changed. The emotional damage does not.
Accurate. Okay. To hear him say that in front of our kids, so he said that in front of the kids, made me feel enraged. I pulled him outside and let a mother's hell break loose. That's what it said. Afterwards, I made him apologize to the kids. He obviously didn't mean his apology, but he did it anyway. After our children accepted his apology, I reminded them as to how much I love them, and I gave them a giant hug and offered to buy them more clothing that correlates best with their alternative culture. My husband disapproves of it, and as much as I want to support his side, I simply can't. So, am I the jerk?
No. Letting them express themselves and stuff? I don't think so.
They're not hurting anybody. They're not doing anything disrespectful as far as I can tell. Mm-hmm. They are dressing like normal teenagers. You know, when he says, like, dress like a normal person, they are dressing like normal teenagers.
Yeah.
They're kids still.
Figuring
kids
it out.
With big emotions. Mm-hmm. And if that's what they do, if they dress in, like, gothic clothes and that's all they do, there are much worse things they could be doing. Mm-hmm. So, edit. There's an edit.
Like burglaries and murders.
Skateboarding.
That's not bad.
Just kidding. Our 8-year-old skateboards. He loves it.
He's learning.
He really enjoys it, though.
It's hard.
Yeah. He sees you do it and he's like, just want to do it. I just can't.
Oh my God. It took a long time.
Yeah.
To do the basic stuff.
Jackson is used to things coming very easy to him. Mm-hmm. And when it doesn't come, well, I mean, he's always been good about, though, like, figuring something.
Yeah, but this is just like no progress made whatsoever in the few hours that he's spent doing it. Of course, you just got to put time into it.
Yeah. But he just doesn't have enough free time or the room here.
Yeah. It's hard with a good, big, flat, smooth space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes getting used to the, like, driving on the regular road where it's all shaking you to death.
Okay, you want to hear the edit?
Yeah.
It's a good edit, actually. I sat my husband and kids down to talk about the subject altogether. I encouraged my kids to describe how his words were negatively impacting them emotionally and mentally, and I also had my husband talk to the kids about his opinion. To sum things up, everything went well. My husband said he'll try to get used to the alternative apparel. My kids said they'll treat him with more respect. I, of course, apologized to my husband for not understanding his side. He was very forgiving. We also agreed to marriage counseling. We know it'll help our relationship.
Well, it sounds like they both had good parents.
They sat down and they all talked about it together and figured it out. Mm. That's good.
Yeah.
I appreciate people who can do that. Mm-hmm. The best response I have ever heard offered to why can't you be normal is why can't you be interesting?
Boom.
Boom.
Oh, boring dad.
That was the top comment. Someone said, ask his mom if she has any embarrassing pictures of him at that age. It might remind him we all need time and freedom to find our own style. Right. And it's best done as a teen. I have a delightful picture of my husband in a giant t-shirt and biking shorts as a good example.
I figured out my style when I was a teen, and I'm still rocking it.
My
hat and t-shirts and pants.
A hat and t-shirt?
The shoes vary.
Depending on the hat.
Well, depending on finding something that I like.
Yeah. I like your style. My style is, I have a very, let's expand.
Teachery.
Sometimes. I wouldn't describe my style as teachery.
I knew you would get upset.
Rude. I think I have a very...
second grade teacher.
Oh, okay. I was going to say expansive. Like, I think I have a lot of different styles.
You have a lot of clothes, that's for sure.
Okay. And here we go again. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Am I the jerk for not doing my normal makeup for my wedding?
No, it's your wedding. Do whatever you want. Why does he care? Why does he not just get through the day with whatever it is that you want? Nothing he wants matters.
Hey, I let you pick stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it didn't matter. He let me pick and he did something else. Just kidding.
I'm like, when? Okay.
You know.
No, I don't know. I, 28 female, am planning to get married to my fiance, 29 male, this fall.
Wouldn't recommend it.
What is wrong with you today? He's joking.
Yes. I'm joking.
For some context, I was very much a scene kid in my teen years. Oh, this flows right from the last story. And even now as an adult, I wear decently dark and heavy makeup. My fiance is quite the opposite and gives off country club old money type of vibes. Anyway, yesterday I had my first makeup trial for my wedding. My friend, who is a makeup artist, is going to do my makeup. At first, when she asked me what type of makeup look I wanted, I told her the same type of vibes as my normal makeup, dark and heavy. I loved it and got so excited. I tried on my dress and I hated how I looked. I started freaking out because I couldn't figure out why I hated the way I looked. My friend calmed me down and suggested we try different makeup styles. I was reluctant at first, but I ended up trusting her, and she did a soft glam look, something that I never thought I would try on myself. So like just less makeup. Mm-hmm. However, I loved how I looked, and when I put on my dress again, I fell in love and felt so much more like a bride. Other than some minor changes, I was set in this makeup look. I decided not to take the makeup off as I wanted to show my fiance, because he's never seen me with this natural of makeup. When I got home and showed him, he chuckled and asked why I had my makeup done like that. I told him that this was the makeup style that I was planning on doing for the wedding. Immediately, his face fell. He asked why I didn't do my regular makeup and that he preferred my normal makeup to the one that I had on. I told him what I said above on how I just didn't like how I looked with my normal makeup, and I felt much prettier with this style.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. You look great.
You look pretty. That's your answer. He told me no, and he didn't like the natural look and wanted me to do my normal heavy makeup look. Why is he so upset with...
What's wrong with my face?
Like, why? That's what I'd be like. Why do I have to have on so much makeup, Frida? He got mad and said, fine, but if you do that type of makeup, I can't say for sure if I'll find you attractive on our wedding day. The audacity.
What wedding day?
Exactly. And that I shouldn't expect any compliments from him then. We got into a big fight and he ended up leaving the house. Now I'm just wondering if I should just do my normal makeup and move along.
No.
My jaw is on the floor. I am shocked. If you ever... You
know better than that.
You tell me all the time I don't have to wear makeup, which is a lie, but it's so sweet. Like...
I'm not lying. What do you mean? I'm just being sweet.
If you ever said put more makeup on or I will not find you attractive, I would punch you in the face. Not really. But like, I cannot believe he would say, don't expect me to find you attractive on our wedding day.
Yeah.
I did not read that story all the way through it. I am fired up. I'm so mad for her.
That's messed up.
The top comment says, your fiance is letting you know in no uncertain terms that he does not find you attractive, only the scene look, which is so funny because that's not even his style. Like you would think that he would like, anyway. He apparently doesn't like your face.
Sticking it to his parents with her.
Maybe. Proving a point.
He's like, I need you to look like the bad girl.
Yeah. He apparently doesn't like
my mom.
He apparently doesn't like your face without heavy scene makeup, not just the normal makeup. Oh, I'm like confused reading this. Not just the normal.
I'm always confused.
Not just the normal makeup makes you look even nicer reaction, but straight up, I'm not into your actual face at all.
Right.
Please do not marry this man. You won't always be his fetish, and he's shown you how he will treat you when you aren't.
For sure.
So.
But now you're in too deep. You just gotta go through with it and see.
No, she's not. They're not married. She can walk away.
You've invested all this money and time already.
Is that why you married me? You just invested too much time and money? Couldn't walk away?
I've invested more money since we've been married.
Yeah?
So, no, that wasn't the thing.
Okay. I gasped so loud.
It's gotten more expensive.
This comment says, I gasped. I can't say that word. Gasped so loud that my husband thought something was actually wrong with me. Yeah, a lot of people said you should put the wedding on hold until you can figure out if he actually has feelings for you or just your face.
Yeah.
Okay. This one comes from True
Just
Off My...
put the little bottles of makeup and stuff. Like, here, marry these.
Put this on some other girl. She's like, I'm never wearing dark makeup ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next one comes from True Off My Chest, so it's not I Am I the Jerk. And it says, is it normal to eat at any given time?
Yeah.
I, 22 female, was at my boyfriend's house, 23 male, for the weekend. I brought McDonald's. We went into the room and put on a movie and started to eat. His brother shortly knocked and asked if we have seen his lighter. My first reaction was to hide our food. His brother told me I don't need to hide the food and just to eat if I'm hungry. I was so confused. My boyfriend gave me a questioning look. I mean, is it normal to eat at any time whenever you're hungry? My parents would be so mad if I brought fast food home to eat at 5 p.m. because I missed lunch. They would tell me to drink water and wait for dinner. Is this normal?
Yeah. Just eat. I think it's better to just eat whenever you're hungry.
I think that's listening to hunger cues, and that's better than, yeah.
Starving yourself in the inner room.
Right. I mean, like, if our kids are hungry before dinner, usually I'm like, okay, eat like a light snack.
Mm-hmm. Just something that's not junk.
But. Yeah. But, like, if you're hungry, yeah, eat. But, like, to be an adult and, like, to hide food because someone's coming in, that's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people say, no, this was just a rule at your parents' house. Eat whenever you want.
Yeah.
Not good. Let's see. Okay, last one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the jerk for treating my girlfriend normal when she's on her period?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. My girlfriend has these really terrible periods ever since switching her birth control. I asked her if there was anything I could do for her, and she said to just be super nice to her. I felt annoyed by that request and told her I already had been asking her if she needed anything, but she kept saying no, but was annoyed with me for not doing more. Am I the jerk? I feel like just asking her what she needs is good enough.
No, you have to read minds.
These comments are like ripping him apart. You asked her what she wanted. She said to be nice, and you said no. Why even ask? You were just going to say no regardless of what she wanted? I'm so confused. You're the jerk for somehow finding please be nice an unreasonable request.
I think that's a vague term. What is super nice?
I know, like
I have to know exactly what you want and what would make you feel better and stuff like that. I mean, like,
I think it's an incredibly vague request, but all you had to do was say okay. Yeah. And then just keep being that. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I think both, it's obviously a very vague request.
I have been being nice.
It says it sounds like OP was looking
Why
for...
don't I just show you what not nice is? Super nice.
Just put a cape on and be like, now I'm super nice.
Yeah.
It sounds like OP was looking for a concrete to-do list and grow. This is like the same. This is men and women in general. The guy wanted a concrete, do this, this, and this. And the girlfriend gave him a general guideline.
Yeah. Be specific.
And he's like, I want to know exactly what you want from me. And she's like, just
food.
Just love me.
Just put food in my body.
How do I need extra attention during that time? You've been with me for 8 years.
You need cuddling and food. And not being yelled at, even when I'm not yelling.
Whispered. I need to be whispered at.
Yeah, like, what's this? I don't know. Stop yelling at me. I wasn't even yelling.
Okay, yeah.
Not that I don't ever raise my voice, but sometimes I'm not.
Yeah. Sometimes I think you don't realize you're raising it,
No, I think sometimes you're just being sensitive.
I think sometimes both, but sometimes you're raising your voice.
Sometimes, as in like 80% of the time, you're just being sensitive. She grew up in a house where nobody yelled ever or talked about anything.
Not a lot of yelling. just, space when you're mad.
When my mom was mad, she would come like turn over my room. Take all the drawers and dump everything out in the middle of the room. Or if it wasn't clean, dried, she would do that to the girls. And
oh my God, my mom would freak out. She would never do that. She'd be like, it's a mess now. Can't handle.
Oh, then they'd be stuck there cleaning it all up, putting it all back.
No. I mean, I'd have to re-clean my room, but she wouldn't make it messier.
No, yeah, she...
Is it clean, or my clean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no yelling. Not a fan of the yelling.
I'm not a fan of it either.
It sends me into instant panic mode.
Well, you need to do better.
Is this normal?
For me. For us.
What defines normal? I don't like the word normal.
Yeah, normal is weird.
Normal is subjective.
Yeah.
Well, and I always tell my kids all the time, like, weird moms build character.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we have all the character.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
They're good.
Yeah.
You're weird. It's all good.
It's all good.
I'm cool.
Okay. First of all, yeah, they think so. I can do all the things. I do all the things for them. And anytime there's any sides to be taken, quote unquote, because we're just joking usually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Zach's right. I'm on Zach's side.
Absolutely.
Remember how I gave birth to you and go take you to all the things and
they do forget that.
They do forget that. Sometimes they have to be reminded.
I was telling them the other day.
Yep, just last night.
Was that last night?
That was last night.
Whoa.
You do. She does all the things for you. Thank you for having my back.
That's what I'm here for.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys.
I gotta go let out Dad's dogs and stuff.
Okay. Well, that was our take on normalcy. Stop tapping.
I cannot.
You're tapping on all the things. It's not normal. Just kidding. Bye, guys. Have a good week.
Later.